The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides. Mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98 KUPD.
Would Friday be Friday?
Thursday. Or Thursday.
That's right. We're trying to figure it out now. If Hooters is Wings Day or Thighs Day. Do we have to change it? Paper still says it's Wings Day. So guess what it must still be?
You got to figure Hooters has got a line on some wings.
They
right?
got a pipeline.
Yeah.
It's Wings Day, $16.99 per person for all you can eat wings at Hooters. Plus, grab a Bud Light on draft. Right there, that's the special. That's pretty good. All you can eat for $16.99. Wings Day, because Brady, it's always better on a Wings Day. It's 7:42. It's time for Brady to give you all the news that only Brady knows. We call this the Brady Report, brought to you by Hooters. Brady, report it.
Good Wings Day morning to you, folks. Hello, world.
Hi.
Also, happy National Hydration Day.
That's right. Keep yourself hydrated at all times, humans.
So your God knew and gave us some rain on Hydration Day.
364 days a year, otherwise just dry up. But today, we're getting hydrated right now. Nice little rain. It smells fantastic outside. It's amazing.
Couple of fun facts. Baseless, of course. North Korea bought 1,000 Volvos in 1974. They're still being driven around, and they still haven't paid for them. Total amount they owe is now up to around $400 million with interest.
Well, we can't be. That's like Toledo calling debts.
Yeah,
It can't be done. Look, you pay me first, or I'll pay. We'll just let that one slide. Aren't we even?
I wonder how many we have.
Of Volvos?
Not Volvos, but something
Koreans?
similar that we borrowed money or borrowed or
People.
basically bought some items and we haven't paid for them.
Oh, yeah,
Because
tons of that. It's trade
we
stuff.
owe Z.
Sure, but I think we give a lot. I think there's got to be a few places where we could just look and go, bro, we're even, right? You got me, I got you, we're good. We'll zero because we're...
Yeah.
There's always those threats.
Why are we
we're going
bitching?
to call out that debt, like with China or with...
But that's Korea's debt with Sweden.
I figured, but
Volvo.
74, it would be.
Yeah, it wouldn't be here. Volvo should still be here, like Sweden's debt. What do we care about that?
Who's still driving a Volvo from 1974?
Anyway, that tells you how good my people are about building cars. We Swedes can throw together a Volvo. They're nice. Those are nice
But
rides.
it's still a Volvo.
It's a good car.
Man,
You're crazy.
what do you got against Volvo?
What's wrong with Volvo?
It ranks up there with Saabs.
Look, maker of
Why
Fiat.
don't you get a Saab? And Ferrari and Lamborghini.
You're just mad because you're just mad. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't see too many of those because they can't go more than 8 miles before they lose their value.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You got to park that in a car. Or
You're going to go drive your Volvo wagon compared to a Lamborghini? Okay.
Oh, you know why? Because I can actually drive the Volvo. The
What, you
Lamborghini.
wouldn't drive a Lamborghini?
A lot of people
Not very far, 'cause it would break down.
that
Stop.
quandary, too.
Here's what a
What, the
C2
Volvo wagon
looks like.
or the Lamborghini?
Yeah, you usually got
Yeah,
that
there's
kind
a
of,
piece of art.
You get that financial disparity.
What's wrong with that one?
Here's my impression
That's a
of
nice Volvo.
Yeah.
Here's my
That's a
impression
piece of art.
here's my impression of a Ferrari. All right, dude, shut it off. You're wrecking it.
Yeah, exactly.
How about the Lamborghini? All right, turn the key off. Don't drive it. They're not drivable.
It's like Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. Got to stay in a beautiful garage the whole time. You can't drive.
It's amazing.
Got to go park it at Ocean 44.
You're going to roll up to the Ocean 44 in your 74 Volvo anytime soon?
74 Volvo, for sure. Tripp just got that new Volvo. It's like this. It's beautiful.
Volvo.
I think that's a Volvo.
It's a Mercedes.
No,
That wagon?
No. The new one's a Volvo.
Oh, I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah. And it's gorgeous. All right, turn it off. All right, we're going to call an Uber because we can't drive these things.
Yeah, I'll take an Uber.
And meanwhile, There's Sven.
You would not take an Uber.
Overdriving a 74 Volvo?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get back in the Prius with Jose driving me down to Ocean 44.
Meanwhile, there's Sven. Howdy-ho, how are you doing? Been driving miles. 1 million miles, still never changed the arrow.
I'll be over at IKEA getting my Juneteenth meal,
Right.
too.
Get that? I'm not saying my people aren't, have flaws, Brett. Jesus. But the Italians can't build a car. They build pretty cars. You can't move them. The
Amazing
prettier they
cars.
are, the less they do. It's true. The prettier they are, the less they can do. They're fast, but you drive it, it brakes, and then it
Then
sits,
why don't you drive a
sits-
Chevette then?
I don't want a Chevette.
Well, there you go.
There's a
The
middle
list-
ground. Look, because there's a middle ground.
There's a middle ground.
There's a middle ground. It's not Chevette or Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Lamborghinis are it's got 80 miles on it. You never see somebody go, "You got 300,000 miles on this Lamborghini," because it wouldn't do it.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, nobody's ever said it. This thing. I've been around the world 25 times. Doesn't do it.
Been around the block 25
I take the Ocean
times.
44 3 times a year. I barely let the valet guy work it. I make that noise every once in a while, and then I just turn it off.
I don't want to strengthen Brett's argument,
Yeah.
but Geely owns Volvo now. Your people sold it to
Yeah,
China.
but we're talking about
China.
74.
Okay.
We're talking about
The
74.
OGs. You're talking about the OGs.
That was a pure Swede
Yeah,
mobile in 74.
when the Swedes were wrenching that stuff together with ratchets, and the Italians are like, "It's beautiful and never drive." Look at the noise. It's a noise. And the Volvo go, gets from A to B. Sure, it ain't pretty.
And the Saab just kept it in the jet engines after the cars.
Lamborghinis and Ferraris are beautiful.
Well, here's a Lambo with 187,000 miles on it.
One. You found the one.
Wow.
You know why it's on
With
the
a
internet?
Ford
'Cause
engine
it's
in
the
it?
one. Yeah, it's got a Ford engine. A Ford engine. Somebody dropped a V6 in it. Yep. Oil leaks from the camshaft covers and crankshaft oil seal. Transmission problems, including worn clutch, shifter, and transmission. Sounds like a winner, Brett. Suspension knocking and clunking sounds.
And
Battery
those are cheap
issues.
fixes.
Suspension and
And it's like every other car out there.
No, not really.
Yeah, every other car does exactly all of that. It just costs you 10 times as much
Why
on a
are you
Ferrari.
defending this? Your chances of having that car is zero. I'm going to get you a
It
Volvo.
is,
for your
100%.
birthday. I'm going to get him a Volvo.
100%.
You're going to be driving around there going, "I look stupid," but this thing
No.
gets me going.
No.
Never changed the oil since the Nixon administration.
Give me a Schwinn instead of that.
Hooty hoot. The Burke had the oil changed in the 1975. They get very upset about how crappy their cars are.
The Dark
The
Knight-
Fiat's the worst one. You have to.
Oh, they're junk. They're complete garbage. Fix it again, Tony.
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
junk.
Oh my God.
I'll give you
They've
that.
come
one.
I
back
like
a little
talking to-
bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
What's that?
And,
Yeah,
they've
they're
come back
fine.
a little bit.
Yeah, when, I think Chrysler bought them,
500,
so now
the
they're
Fiat,
good.
yeah.
They're good now today. Yeah, the old ones you don't get. It's fun to talk to car
Let's
guys
not get carried
about
away with the new
cars.
ones either.
The car guys get nervous.
Master
about cars.
mechanics.
Oh, they get very. The master mechanic. Brett knows his stuff. But when a guy like me wanders in,
Don't use the word
jackass.
master. We're not
That's
allowed
right.
to do that.
It's the
I'm an
equality.
equality
it's on.
mechanic.
It's on.
It's still good. The equality mechanic.
Wow, okay. Even Auto Trader doesn't go back on Volvo before 1989.
Yeah, because nobody's selling them. Why would you sell that? Why would you sell that gem? It still runs.
Because they're all there in the junkyards on Broadway.
No, it still runs.
59th Avenue.
It still runs.
Yeah.
It's better than being in the glass case, like it's a Star Wars.
I'll take
figure.
a glass case.
Well, if you've got the glass case, that means you've got like probably 10 cars.
Yeah.
One of them's probably a Volvo that takes you to the store back and forth.
No.
Turn it off, dude. The worst thing about this car is every time you start it, it ruins it a little bit.
You will get better parking with the
Yeah.
Lambo.
You do get better parking.
Oh, yeah.
It is an impressive display of the. What would you rather have, that McLaren? The Ford F1 McLaren thing? I love those.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. Or a Lamborghini.
I'd probably take the McLaren.
Because why?
Because it's Ford.
Ford guy.
Yeah, because they're better.
Because I'm a Ford guy.
Because they run.
I'm a Ford guy.
And they run.
Well, what are you talking about? You have an Italian car, too.
No, it isn't. It's a Chrysler.
The Maserati?
Yeah, they're made by Chrysler.
Well,
now.
so Lamborghinis are made by Volkswagen.
Oh,
They're
worse.
owned by Volkswagen. So they're German, technically, if you want to go there.
Will the Italians and Germans ever stop joining forces? That's a terrible combination. Haven't we learned from the past? God, I love talking to car guys about cars because I don't know anything. I just know how to fire you guys up. I don't know a single thing about a car.
Move along!
It gets them. They all get mad. All you got to do is find out what car guy doesn't like, which car you don't like, and which car you do like, and then pit their own problems against it, and they go crazy. It's such a passive-aggressive way to get a car guy crazy. I don't care. You could drive a red Flyer, a radio Flyer. I don't care.
The Dark Knight was the first Batman movie that didn't even have the word Batman in the title or any in the movie.
Whoa. Was The Dark Knight the one with
Christian Bale.
Yeah, but that was that the Scarecrow or was that Joker?
I had to go Scarecrow.
Was it? What was the Joker one?
That was the second one because that's when Heath Ledger.
I thought that was called The Dark Knight.
I think it was
Dark
Dark
Knight
Knight
Rises.
Returns.
No,
or
Dark Knight
something.
Rises.
Yeah.
That might be it. Okay, that's right.
Hot water freezes faster than cold water. It's called the Mpemba effect. The theory behind it, the molecules in hot water are more stretched out, which allows them to release energy faster and freeze quicker. Mpemba effect.
Scott Haynes says Italians like Ferraris because they leak oil just like Italian skin.
Wow, that was a real stretch there, Scott. That was a real stretch.
No, it isn't.
How many times have we talked about oily and greasy jokes about that on the air?
That's why he
he's
went there.
getting
Oh, he's getting it. Scott. See, car guy, we found his button.
It took
We
a
found
year,
his
but we
button.
finally got you.
Don't mention the master mechanic.
McLaren isn't owned by
Couldn't
Ford.
change out
I thought
windshield
McLaren
wipers.
was built by Ford. I thought that F1 was Ford McLaren together.
No, it was McLaren. McLaren's Mercedes.
No, I thought they had some combo with that one. Told you I don't know anything.
A team of researchers in Scotland looked at how late in the day you can drink coffee and not have to worry about all the caffeine keeping you up at night. The answer is stop drinking stuff with caffeine 6 hours before bed. After that, it can mess up with your internal clock. Study also found that drinking 4 to 5 cups a day is totally fine as long as you stop early enough. But some people metabolize caffeine more slowly. Keep that in mind.
I crush it. I can drink a Coke before bed. Doesn't bother me
I
at all.
can.
Especially when I was doing overnights, I'd drink a Mountain Dew
my
and then
God.
have a cup of coffee before I left here.
Yeah, caffeine doesn't affect me hard. The heavy, like those 5-hour energy drinks do. But
Yeah,
those
those are
are weird. There's something else in it.
Other coffee news, a big study in the UK just found that drinking 3 to 4 cups a day can lower your risk of liver cancer. It tracked 500,000 people for more than a decade, and coffee drinkers were 49% less likely to die of chronic liver disease.
Really?
Wonder if that's just straight coffee or those crazy drinks at like Dutch Bros with all the sugar and everything else in them and
my
stuff.
guess would be straight coffee.
Yeah,
but
just a cup of coffee. Not the milkshakes you get at all those places.
2 idiots in Ohio, OH, crashed a wedding on Saturday, ended up regretting it. 29-year-old Justin Crowell and 22-year-old William Beeson showed up uninvited to a wedding in Mansfield, Ohio. They tried to walk off with a case of beer, so the groom tried to stop them. William started swinging. He landed at least one punch, and Justin jumped in to help until a bunch of the wedding guests broke it up. It sounds like the two of them got the worst of it, though, because the mugshot, you see Justin?
He's beat up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the entire
Awesome.
wedding party beats you up. There's only 2 of you.
You know what? I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Taking the groom out.
2 idiots try to kill the groom. Oh, yeah, he took a shot.
His one eye
Square.
sealed.
Oh, man. And Jeremy was his buddy. Jeremy Thomas, our guy. Old Jer was the other guy. Where are their shirts? How come their mugshots are topless? What happened?
Wedding in Mansfield. It was hot.
It's warm. Humid.
I don't know if you heard about the Subway deal, Subway sandwiches.
Oh, this is weird.
Lab analysis of the tuna sandwich. The tuna
It came
sub,
back?
Listen to
Came
this.
back. And they found absolutely no tuna in the sandwich.
But more importantly,
Jeez.
There's 2 theories. Or
more importantly, they don't know what it is.
correct.
The lab can't figure out what meat it is.
There's one way the detector of actual tuna, it could have been processed so much that
It takes all traces
it
of
takes
tuna
all-
out?
Yeah,
Yep.
all traces of not just
Wow.
tuna, any sort of
Of
recognizable
fish, yeah.
substance. They don't know what it is. Like the
It's
lab,
like bleached.
the lab came back inconclusive on what it is, and it knows all like what meats go where. That's how they do the filtration system or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's got horse meat or whatever. It can't tell.
Or there's no tuna in it, and it's another type
Right.
of fish.
Well, you'd think they would have tested for that.
They did. They tested it.
for the other fish.
They did. They tested to see what it was, and the lab no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah. But think about this phrase, because when I read that article yesterday, I thought this phrase was interesting. And this is the thing that makes me go, I'll eat it. The phrase Subway tuna Like, if you just think about that as a 2-word phrase, do you really expect high quality anything at that point? And not because Subway, the restaurant, just the word Subway.
Total different term in New York.
Yeah, the New York Subway and the word tuna next to each other. And, like, I don't really think a lab's going to recognize anything that's coming out of Subway tuna.
Has Subway made any comments on this yet? Like saying,
no,
I swear it's tuna.
What they should have said was, it's delicious. Shut up. Because it works. You don't know what you're eating half the time. We get all uppity about it. Subway's good. I like Subway tuna. I like the vending machine tuna that we get. Now, Subway tuna as a phrase, I hate.
But I would venture to guess
You don't
that
know.
the
Bumblebee.
vending machine tuna is tuna.
You don't know that. You're trusting. You're trusting of people
I guess
canning
you're
massive
right.
amounts of tuna, which I was trusting.
The folks
I don't
from
know.
Bumblebee.
You don't know.
Those aren't Bumblebee in that
You
machine.
can tell me.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
I think it is.
think
I
it
don't, is it?
actually,
I thought it was a generic.
or Swan.
No,
or
it's
something.
Bumblebee.
Oh, is it?
It's a real brand.
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Look, if you can tell me that they're not getting the albacore and the tuna mixed up. This was a salt one. Shut up. It's just you're just mashing it all together and I'm eating it. What I don't know is great. I'm fine with that. Subway tuna is not a phrase I expect high-end anything from. She's my Subway tuna. Oh. That made me actually smell something pungent just by saying it.
Why do you say it like Big Dog?
That's my Subway tuna. I call her Mama. What is her nickname again? Kung Fu Tuna? No, Subway Tuna.
Met her underground.
Can't understand. She's subterranean. She can't be in the sun at all. And she smells like a dead fish. She's my Subway Tuna.
Thanks, Big Dog. How's the pool?
It's great. Been hammering Subway Tuna in that pool because she likes to live underwater.
Are you in Splash?
Yeah, she's my subterranean little mermaid, only it's not in what she's like, just under the earth like a Minoc.
Subway tuna and Bloody Marys.
Oh, man. Nothing erases the pungent smell of Subway tuna quite like a vodka.
An analytics company wanted to determine which states enjoy the most ice cream. So they looked at consumer data from ice cream shops nationwide and compared those numbers with the local populations. In the end, what they found out is the average American consumes 12 pounds, a little over 12 pounds of ice cream every year.
Yep. You're bringing
pounds.
that curve up, Brady. I'm not anywhere
I'm not-
near
no,
12
me
pounds
neither.
of ice cream. Maybe a pound in a whole year.
The top 10.
What do you think you're at? You eat a lot of ice cream.
No, I don't. When I go to Ohio,
Well, I don't know.
I'll hit
I don't
that.
know.
That's twice a year.
You eat some ice cream. You always talk about getting gallons of ice cream or going over and getting yourself a smoothie.
We don't really all that much. Now,
You eat
Probably
ice
had
cream.
2 pounds. If you figured 12 ounces in a blizzard, because that's what those blizzard cups were.
I probably
Probably had
I could
3
say,
of probably had
12
3 of
pounds?
those.
You do about 12 pounds a year? I think I might be around
probably
a
about right.
pound of ice cream. I don't eat ice cream. Ice cream doesn't. I don't.
I'm
like it
more
that
than a
much.
pound for sure.
I maybe, I'm probably 3-4 maybe.
Pound or
Yeah.
2. I'd surprise myself with 2.
Yeah, 3-4 I think is a
Yeah.
lot, but that's probably easy.
you'd have
You think you
3
hit 12?
milkshakes a year.
That's 12
Milkshakes?
pounds? How
I
big are
probably
your
ha-
milkshakes?
No, 3 milkshakes would be at least 3 pounds.
What?
There's a
Because
pound of
there's-
ice cream in a
In a
milkshake?
milkshake?
I don't think that's
Well,
accurate.
all right. I'm
I don't know.
going
I'm
off
just-
it's
Hold
not
on.
a pound of
Proving
ice
his
cream.
point.
I'm out. Going off of Brady's size
His
servings.
recipes.
You're right. A 16 ounce is not pure ice cream. A 16 ounce milkshake. That's
That's
a couple
milk.
scoops. It could be bigger. I don't know how much, but
I'll be
One
honest,
pound
I
ice
haven't
cream?
had a
like
shake.
scoops of
I haven't
ice
had a
cream.
shake
I don't
yet
do
this
12
year.
pounds.
You don't think you're doing
Yeah, I haven't
ice cream
either.
12 pounds?
No, not
I
a
haven't had a
pure
milkshake
ice
this year
cream.
either.
I just
And would
think of
yogurt
you,
count? I probably have yogurt 3 or 4 times a year. Frozen yogurt.
I don't know.
think of you eating shakes at Five and Diner.
Knocking 2 out, throwing up ice cold milkshake. There might not be a better feeling your body makes than puking.
What?
Fresh. Oh
You
my
drank
God,
2 shakes?
I doubled
Like
up
Oh,
to
he-
see if I could do it.
yeah.
And I crushed the second one, and your body's like, we're not having this.
This is too much milk.
And in the parking
Oh
lot
my
of the
God.
Five and Diner, I just opened my mouth and went, watch this. And ice cold, delicious ice cream came out of my mouth. And I'm like, it might be better going out.
It might have still been soft serve.
It was freezing. It was amazing. My body felt a nice, it was almost like eating a peppermint patty. Yeah, everything felt cool and nice. There was no vomit. It's just like your body just said, no, too much. It's great. 12 pounds of ice cream is a lot of ice cream. That's a lot. I saw it yesterday walking into the Suns game. A lot of people eating 12 pounds of ice cream. A month.
We had a herd of cows break out. At least 34 cows ended up stampeding throughout a neighborhood in Los Angeles. They're on to be to the slaughterhouse.
Oh, boy.
So they knew?
The incident occurred approximately at 8:35 p.m. Yesterday in Pico Rivera, California.
Where's that, John?
California.
Oh.
Suburb of
They
Los
picked a
Angeles.
lock and they all got out?
Yeah. Somehow they managed to escape from the local slaughterhouse in the area. They're investigating on what exactly happened.
But the cows have been punished, right?
Well, they got him back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
One person was injured
Oh, they got punished.
No, they got
in the
punished
city stampede, and one cow was shot and killed by a deputy during the incident.
Because, that dangerous.
Hooves up, don't shoot.
Yeah. Hooves up. Hooves up. What you shoot a cow for? Got to kill it. It was running crazy down the streets.
It's pretty wild, the picture of the herd in someone's front yard in a cul-de-sac. I think that's...
Yeah, where do they want to go? Oh, yeah, they're in like a regular neighborhood. It's a lot of cows. Oh, they were going to die anyway. That cop was just expediting the process.
Oh, man.
Then they dressed it right there in the driveway of that lady's house.
In Tampa, Florida, Dr. Raul Fernandez Crespo was fined $2,500 and must pay case costs because he was removing one of his patient's testicles, but he's removing one of them. He marked the wrong one.
Oh. Oops.
Marked the right testicle, but the left one was supposed to be removed.
But it depends on which way you're facing.
Yeah,
If you're facing
stage right.
me, stage right, stage left. It's like you have to have a conversation with the doctor before to make sure that, okay, you mean right testicle facing me, facing away? What are we doing?
He's a urologist, and he marked the patient's testicle for removal of enlarged veins and did the procedure on that testicle, but it's supposed to be done on the left
Did they
testicle.
save it and put it back?
Doesn't matter because it had the enlarged veins and it was creating wasn't able to create swimmers. Now he's got the damaged testicle in there, and he's pretty much done. Unless they
He's testicle free.
unless they have any of his seed.
Sounds like
frozen.
he was going to be done
you
anyway.
can't have kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. But it probably sounded like
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's the gift that
that's the
keeps
part,
giving.
yeah.
If you're going to take one, take them both. I mean, there's easier ways to get a vasectomy than have your balls removed. But
So far, the guy is only getting $2,000
per nut.
for the procedure. He has to cover the cost.
I thought a
But
nut
I'm
would be
sure
worth
there's
more than
gonna be a
$2,000.
civil,
They're still billing him?
well, no, the doctor has a fine, and then he also has to guy's money back.
Oh, yeah. You get it's a money back guarantee.
That's it so far,
Yeah.
but $2,000 for a testy?
If I take the wrong nut, you get your money back.
Maybe you get 50% off your next surgery.
You're right. Yeah, 50%. You only have
50%
50%
off.
of your
It's
nuts.
only 25% off each nut.
Man, I got to imagine that doctor's not allowed to be a doctor anymore.
Yeah, you'd hope.
Or at least he needs a second person in the room to go righty-lefty. L, no L.
Loosey-goosey.
Brett, here's something that you might be interested in. Break this. You get a chance to be in the Guinness World Records.
Oh.
This guy finally did it after 3 hours. Stacking M&Ms.
The
You know what
plain
got
ones?
him in?
It's got to be the plain ones.
Yeah, it can't
Yeah,
be peanut.
yeah.
It's too
Plain.
bulbous.
5.
5's the record for
Yeah.
stacking M&Ms?
No
Yep.
kidding.
Took
think
him
it's
3
much
hours.
harder than we think.
They show he's like, I don't know, to be that patient, but
5?
We'll do it like pitchers do in baseball and put some gummy stuff on your fingers. That's amazing. 5, and how long do they have to stay stacked?
you don't know enough that you can.
Guinness record is 5. That's so attainable.
You would think, but it took
is
this
it
guy
worth
3
it?
hours.
Just when you're done, you're like,
Is this it?
Yeah, it
This is him
shows the guy
stacking
working on
M&Ms.
him. Yeah.
it seems impossible to get 2.
Then he'll do a double stack here.
I think I'd go for
No.
all 5 at once. Look at this nightmare. There's 4. All right.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say that ain't going to hold.
5.
5 M&Ms. 5 M&Ms.
All right. This is what Brady does with his
There
spare
we
time.
go.
Watching Yellowstone and
That was right after
Sounded like
Yellowstone.
Sloth from the Goonies.
he did the qualifying rounds of that and stacking M&Ms.
Let's get to some radio videos.
Okay.
The first one is a little high school play, Flying Peter Pan.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll open up with
By the
this.
way, while he's looking for that, I was just told by somebody that Swedes have made the fastest car in the world. Did you know that?
That I did not know.
It's called the Koenigsegg Absolute. Look at this thing.
Koenig.
I don't know what it is, Brady.
Brady.
Koenigsegg Absolute. Look at that thing. It's gorgeous.
That's a good-looking car.
It's pretty. And made by Swedes. That's stunner.
I know I say things with confidence, but your confidence with names is on
Let
par
me
with
tell you how
mine.
to say That's solid.
Well, it's because he
That's
thinks
solid,
he
Satole.
thinks he's European. He can't work English. So whenever anybody says anything, it's like,
That's actually pronounced Everest.
like he's got all these weird things.
Jekyll and Hyde.
I have a beer can. A Koenig beer
Koenig.
can.
Well, that's a beer can. This is a totally different thing.
Same company.
Totally different
You don't know
industry.
that. You don't even know how it's spelled. And
Same
it's not.
spelling.
It's Koenig is not one word in this. Segg after, so it could be Koenigsegg. I don't like to say it the way to emphasize the middle would be awful. Koenigsegg. I'm not going to do the thing. Jessica.
Do it.
No. It sounds terrible. I don't even like that that's in there, those 3 letters.
So here's Flying Peter Pan coming into, is it Wendy that he talks to right off the bat?
Wendy's room.
Yeah, he doesn't miss a beat. He gets thrown through the window pretty hard.
Oh, here comes Peter Pan.
Watch him. Doesn't
wait.
miss a beat.
That's a girl.
It is a girl.
It is, yeah.
You can't float a dude around as Peter Pan.
She's doing the full Sandy Duncan.
You're going to wake the parents, Peter. Jesus, what a set, too. Who decorated that set? There's a single chair in that whole house.
Hello, Wendy. I'm blind and white.
It is Sandy Duncan's missing one eye.
I like that one.
She blew through the window.
Gonna wake the parents.
Gonna wake the parents.
Sounds like a Benny Mardones video.
Some twink just crashed through the window. It's what I expect to happen every time I walk around the house with just underwear. Is that Michael's going to come storming through the window just like that.
Like the Kool-Aid Man?
Hello, Johnny. Thirsty kids.
This is girls getting hurt.
All right.
I don't know if you see this in a men's bicycle race, but there's a little, maybe a difference.
Girls in a Peloton.
Are you sure these are all girls?
Riding along.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just ramming one after the other, or just riding into the camera.
Got the windshield wipers on.
So wait, they're all, just to give people the idea of what's going on, there's a
car
car.
in one lane.
Yeah, there's a car driving in the right lane, and all the Pelotons in the left lane. And for no reason. And then the guy turns his windshield wipers off to clear off all the broads. It's raining chicks.
I think it's a chick driving. I think those are dudes that wrecked into her.
I don't even know if they're driving. I think they're just parked.
Well, they're stopped right now. But the windshield wipers coming on tells me there's a girl behind the wheel.
The next one's equality baptism.
Oh, God. All right. Whip the baby
This
around.
is-
Oh, the guy dropped the baby face first into the holy water.
Curb stomps the baby. Right into
Well,
the-
in fairness, priests are usually they're used to turning a baby around. They like to get him from behind. So his natural reaction was to spin that child to get its ass up in the air.
So that baby got all the holy water.
Oh, he is baptized and then some. Show it again. Oh, man. I mean, that is Michael Phelps, baby. He goes right, he starts swimming.
The next is this
Got
guy,
to turn this little infant around. I can't not see its ass.
old guy training for his own steeplechase event.
Oh, my
The
Lord.
old guy? Oh.
He looks old by the way he runs.
Oh my God, he
but-
might.
Oh, what's he doing? He tried to jump a canal at 1 mile an hour.
Don't hesitate.
1 mile an hour canal jump. And that was like a 12-foot crossing, and he did not make it. He's dead, right?
He has to
Like,
be.
does he go-
That's chin, chest.
Why is he doing this? We need a back around story on
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. There's another one.
Is he
I think
baptizing a child in that water down below?
We've got
Wow.
another dude taking a tumble. Some reason he's hanging out the windowsill Either he
in
got
his
caught.
leopard underpants. Looks like he's been caught in a room he shouldn't have been, and he tried to climb out this
Off the
two-story.
Volvo!
Oh!
And a roller release.
So he falls out of the second story onto the top of looks like a bad Defender of some sort. Bad foreign nature.
It's a Fiat.
His right window goes in, or his right leg goes in the first story window.
Oh, that's right, it does.
What?
Yeah, he almost made it.
His right foot
That
goes,
helped him
but
catch
his
the car.
right foot goes in the house, no, or his left foot does. And then his fat ass, greasy, lubed up ass slides off the car. That tells me he's covered in KY jelly.
Yep.
Because normally you just land on the top of a car. You don't slide off the top of a car unless you're coated
Cherry
in
lube?
cheese. Yeah, he's got the cherry lube all over his back.
The last one, we've got a
That's
girl
good stuff.
training for these strong womans.
Wow.
But she's training with two strongmen. One of the they do that reverse toss where you throw it over the bar. I forget what they call that. Almost
You have
like
a big
hammer.
weight, and you swing it between your legs and throw it over your head behind you.
Yeah, they're hurling over the bar.
Now look at the strongmen have thrown their double-sized bags
Way
a
back
good
behind
25 feet
Thrown
behind
at
them.
herself.
Hers goes straight up in the air and back down onto her head.
Perfect shot. Oh, man.
Third place. Well, the good news is you still won bronze.
She got first in the ring toss.
She hooked herself with a loop. It's like a huge kettlebell.
Oh, man.
And the handle goes right around her head and takes her down. Oh, that's great stuff. Yeah, see, that's what you get when you get all woke and try to train with women. That's why they have their own gyms.
Wow.
Not to do that. That's great. The other guy's bags or whatever those things were, miles
Way
down the
behind
road.
him.
That's how you throw it. You got to throw it away from yourself,
Go
dumbass.
flying.
Not straight up.
It's not fair. You guys are better at it than us.
Yeah, well.
And then listeners sent us this. They think they found Sam.
Oh, the guy from last night's game. Oh, my God, it's little tiny Sam at the at the Olympics.
Is he putting?
Oh, man.
4 feet.
He needs to improve by a lot.
They have baby shot puts. They have baby shot put. Is that a real event?
Oh, yeah. That's
Croatian.
legit.
Croatian.
They have little tiny people Olympics. We talked about that, but they do the shot put?
Right into the coffee cup.
That's phenomenal. What's his name?
We had the javelin last time.
I remember we had the little people Olympics. I didn't think they did shot, but what do they throw? Baseballs? That's so
Steelies.
cute. It's just little steelies. Get a ball bearing. That's outstanding. They dress them up like real athletes and stuff.
They are.
They're not. Crippled.
Crippled? What's wrong with you?
Come on. You wouldn't take
That was a good
deal.
put.
That was not a good put. He threw a baseball. I throw a baseball with my
nailed it
left
right in the
hand.
coffee
that far.
cup.
Come on. Put little athlete uniforms on. It was adorable.
Oh, it was a good run we had.
Oh, my God. Well, they're not going to get mad. They know they're not right. The reason there's a word for it.
They do have the
You don't get born
World
and say-
Dwarf Games.
Right. I know we talked about
Yeah.
that. We were going to go to it in like Germany next year.
Wonder if that's happening yet.
It's got to be back on.
You don't name stuff that isn't, like, if it's just your normal. I don't know, like, my condition hasn't got a name. It's just a dude. But you're a dwarf.
I feel bad for
reason
that
why I
being
get called.
canceled
Thank you,
for a
Brandon,
year.
for that one.
Hilarious. Oh. I could watch those people do everything. I wish it was a world of them. And I would just sit on my perch and stare at the activities of everyday dwarf.
Pole vault.
The pole vault would be so cute. So cute. Look at him with this spoon. It would be like every child's book. And flicking the
straws.
cow over the moon.
Straws.
And just, look at him jumping on his little tiny twin-size bed mattress. That's the big mat. Oh. And these stadiums would be tiny. Like an ant farm of people. There you go. That, my friends, is your Brady Report. Brought to you by Hooters. It's 98 KUPD.
Hey, it's not weird. It's pretty cool, actually. No membership fee.
I have heard enough of this.
UPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.